What's up, weirdos? What's going on? Another beautiful day, guys. Summer's right around the corner. Everything's looking great. Crypto summer's right around the corner, too. Are you excited? And are you ready for it? Well, things are about to get exciting, guys. I've done a lot of comparing over the last couple of days to Bitcoin and, well, sorry, not Bitcoin, but more accurately, um, the Total 2 and the Russell, right? On a couple of live streams today and yesterday. And if you don't know what the Russell is, think about the Russell like the altcoin market cap, right? It's small cap stocks, essentially, to put it simply, right? So risk on assets. Now, I compared the Russell in 2020 when it finally broke above the 200-day moving average on the over on TradingView. It went nuts. It went parabolic. And guess what? At the exact same time, so did the Total 2, which is the market cap of all altcoins with the exception of Bitcoin, right? So they correlated exactly. Now, over on the Russell chart right now and on the Total 2, we are just below, seeds flying around there from the trees. We are just below the 200-day, getting ready to break above once again. Is this an indicator that that money is starting to pour back into risk on assets? Well, yes, obviously, right? If the Russell and the Total 2 market caps are getting ready to start running, things are looking absolutely fantastic. Bullish. For me, it's just one more indication that we are about to go nuts in the market. You combine that with the M2 money supply correlation to Bitcoin, and that also indicates that we are about to go nuts, right? So all signs point to the road ahead going to the upside in a very exciting way. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. I'm jacked up. I'm excited. I'm seeing bearishness out there. Now, a couple things I wanted to talk about. One of them is, and I've touched on this before, guys, when I know that you see some people saying that we've topped, right? That's not the sentiment in the market for it, right? And this is important. And I know that it doesn't sound like something, if you're new to crypto, it probably sounds like just a bunch of, phooey, right? But I'm telling you this, okay? The general sentiment in the market when we've topped, when we're topping, when we reached a peak of the cycle is not mostly or even half, not even like 10% of the people are bearish. Nobody, when we're at the top, nobody's calling the top, right? Nobody's online on YouTube or X, wherever, saying, oh, this is the top. No. Everybody, when we're topping, everybody's saying we're going higher, right? Just like when we've bottomed, no one's sitting there saying we're going up from here. For the most part, people are saying we're going lower, right? That's generally a pretty good indicator of where we are in the cycle. So right now, if you assess the cycle, the asset class, Bitcoin, crypto, whatever, right? You'll see that the general sentiment is not euphoria right now. It's not oh, we're going to the moon, we're nonstop super cycle. That's not what it is right now. There's so much bearishness and negativity right now, right? Right now, you got to climb that wall of worry, so to speak, right? This is the time for me, not financial advice, but it's time for me to be in accumulation mode because the sentiment's telling me that it's accumulation mode time. And when everybody else in the market is bullish and calling for higher prices and things are going to go parabolic, we're not stopping super cycle, that tells me it's time for me to flip bearish and start getting out of the cycle, start getting out of my bags. Sorry. So, in saying that, we're nowhere near the sentiment that is required for us to be in a euphoric phase or a top phase of this cycle. All right? That's number one. Number two, right now, Bitcoin sitting at about $110,000 at the time I'm recording this. I will be dropping the video about a half hour before the daily close. So we'll see where we close. Hopefully we can close above 110,000 for the second day in a row. That would be very, very bullish, guys. Very, very bullish. We did drop down about 108,000 and some change, but we're back up 110,000. So it's all looking good there. Let's see where the daily candle closes. The more, obviously, we close above these levels, above 110,000, the less likely, we're going to drop any. I don't really see us going any lower now, even if we did drop back down to 103, maybe 104, if in a worst case scenario we drop back down. For me, if we close another day above 110 today, it would invalidate the possibility of a $95,000 to $98,000 Bitcoin on a drop. I don't think that. I'm starting to think that's not going to happen, right? And you correlate that once again, like I talked about, to the M2 money supply and everything else. The total 2 market cap's getting ready to break out of a bull flag. You've got the Russell getting ready to break above the 200-day. So everything's looking like, yeah, no, we're not going down. We're about to take off in a serious way, in my opinion here, okay? All signs point to go. So we'll see where the daily candle closes, though, guys. But there's another thing that I wanted to address. Now, I get asked this a lot by newer people into crypto. And the question is, well, I guess it's not even really a question. It's more of a statement when we talk. And they say they're blown away by the potential profits that they can make, right? I said, like, how is this possible? This seems too good to be true. Well, here's the thing of it, guys. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because it sounds too good to be true, which makes it true. That's what makes it true, is because generally people don't believe it who have never done any research. The general average retail person out there who's never touched crypto or done any research, which is the majority of human beings, really, they hear it and they're like, yeah, okay, right? Okay, whatever. But then you come in and you're like, well, how is this possible? It's possible because you're getting in before all of these people start to realize it's taking off. When retail pours in, it pours in a serious way, guys, right? And that's why it's like a double-edged sword. But here's the other thing of it. Someone had said to me the other day, so if I put, 10, 20, 30 grand into crypto, I could turn that into hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions. I say, yeah, you can. You can if you make the right moves, right? Here's the thing of that, though, guys. They say, well, that's too good to be true. No way. No way. Too good to be true. It sounds too easy, is what I'm told. Easy. Guys, look at some of the questions that I get asked and comments that get said just in my live streams alone, right? The majority of people in crypto don't have what it takes to be successful. And the reason for that, guys, one of the reasons is, think about this. How often do you see in the chats, if you're here for my live streams, or just in anybody's live streams, or over on X, or maybe you've said it yourself, right? Well, this project's not doing anything, and it's impatient, and you're like, it's not doing anything. What's going to make it go? Why would it go? It's not doing anything. It's dead. It's not. I want to go chase something else that's green. Blah blah blah. Right? How often do you see that? That's one of the biggest mistakes in crypto. One of the biggest rookie mistakes in crypto. Right? And that is why it's not easy to be wealthy in crypto. Because most people can't control themselves when it comes to that stuff, right? The anxiety, the emotion, the paranoia, the panic selling, the FOMO, right? All of that stuff affects them on a massive level, right? And that is what makes it not easy. Again, you see it all the time in the chats when I'm live streaming and stuff like that. Or again, you've probably, most of you probably said it yourselves, right? You've probably had that feeling. You buy into a project, ZBEC, Onyx Coin, Jasmy, whatever it is, right? And you hold it for a few months, maybe you hold it for a year or something, and you completely flip your wig. You lose your mind because you're seeing other projects popping off, going nuts, and yours isn't, right? And that is why it's not easy, right? So when you hear these possibilities in crypto, those things are possible, right? Becoming a multimillionaire in crypto, entirely possible. if you're strong enough. That's the catch. People say, well, what's the catch? The catch is you're probably not strong enough emotionally and mentally to just invest, continue to invest, and allow time for your investment to mature. And we're not talking a few weeks, we're not talking a few months. We could be talking, there's a reason that a cycle is 4 years long. 4 years. And people jump into projects for 6 months and lose their patience, right? You got to get better at this, guys. You got to get better at, I mean, not all of you, obviously, but the ones that are like that. So the next time, you know, you're feeling that way, just remember, that is why it's not easy. Those feelings you're feeling, that anxiety, the panic, the FOMO, the anger, the depression, whatever it is, everybody feels those emotions that you're going through. What defines whether you are successful in this space or not is how you conduct yourself going through those emotions. Can you be patient? Can you wait? Or are you going to flip your wig? You're going to panic sell, FOMO. You're going to get angry. You're going to make comments on X and in YouTube comment sections. And then you're going to go into people's live streams and vent your frustrations by calling them liars and calling projects scams and stuff like that, right? Think about it. I say it all the time, guys, right? I say it all the time. Name me one professional, multimillionaire professional investor who's online making negative comments and stuff like that because their investment's not maturing in the time frame that they want it to mature. None. Dress for the job you want, not the job you have, right? You want to be a professional? You got to act professional, right? Think about it, guys. But listen, if you do have these problems with, you know, being unsure, being uncertain, you need guidance, you need mentorship, guys. We have a mentorship program over on the Patreon. You can book yourself into mentorship coaching calls. We have them every single day. You can book yourself in, and you can learn everything you need to know, whether it's exit strategies, profit-taking plans, technical analysis, tokenomics, how to do research, how to vet teams, how to identify studs from duds, how to take profits, when to take profits, when not to take profits, how to control the emotions and the mentality and the sentiment in the market, and how the sentiment in the market controls the market, right? Learn all of this stuff and more. Plus, we drop microcap gems. I just dropped a video last night on the Patreon with 3 more phenomenal microcap gem projects, and we're not talking rug pull meme coins here, guys. We're talking solid utility, RWA, DPIN, decentralized finance, layer 1 AI projects, absolutely phenomenal tokenomics, tiny market cap. We called Onyx Coin, we called Miria, we called Nadix, we called Zebek, we called tons, guys. So get in early on these projects. I'm very jacked up about the 3 that we're accumulating very aggressively right now. Don't be asking me 4 to 6 weeks from now whether it's too late to buy in on these projects. Get in on the ground floor before they take off 4, 5, 600%, guys. The link is down below for that. Join the mentorship coaching calls as well. We're also live over there every single day. So check it out for yourselves. The link is down below. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.